What's good, y'all? I'm back with another video, and today we're here with a brand, it's not an episode, it's more like a reaction to the Game of Thrones lore and histories. I don't know how that's gonna look with the editing, but I'm probably gonna cook some trash. So yeah, without further ado, we're gonna hop into this. It's kind of gonna be a different way of doing this. As you can see, we're right here, and transition, bam, we're at the video, and it's loading. Okay, nice. All right, this is an hour. This is like a movie length. This is like episode length.
In the dawn age of Westeros.
Oh, sure, it's commentated?
In the raising of castles and cities.
I gotta pay attention, but I could go back if I miss some. Let me lock in.
Little is known of them now, but it is said they were small in stature, dark and beautiful. And
hold on. I wasn't paying attention. Okay.
The coming of man and the raising of castles and cities.
Okay, so this is before Westeros. What?
Little is known of them now, but it is said they were small in stature, dark and beautiful, and no taller than children when grown to manhood.
Oh my gosh, I don't gotta talk so much to avoid copyright.
Villages, crannogs, and caves. They hunted with weirwood bows and armed themselves with blades of obsidian.
Man, what?
Their wise men were called green seers.
Is that let me show.
Magic. They worshipped nameless, faceless gods of the forest, stream, and stone. According to legend, it was they who carved faces in the great white trunks of the majestic weirwoods.
So they was doing
Their deep-cut eyes were red with sap and ever watchful.
That's what we seen in the show that everybody be calling gods.
Men came from the eastern continent.
I forgot I can pause.
Called the Arm of Dawn. Riding their great horses and wielding weapons of bronze, they cut down the children's forests and weirwoods. A terrible war raged between the children and the first men that lasted for centuries.
Hold on. Let me see.
They cut down the children's forests and weirwoods. A terrible war raged between the children and the first men that lasted for centuries.
Dang, bro. I'm telling you, people are always gonna find a way to have war. That's just how it's gonna be. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, bro.
Years of horror and bloodshed.
He said this the dawn of Westeros,
they met on a
and they fight him.
In the center of a great lake called the God's Eye. It was there they forged the pact.
God's
the first
Eye
would be granted dominion over the coastland, the mountain.
Also, I'm letting y'all know half of this information I'm just not gonna remember. I'll probably remember the big stuff in this video, but don't get mad at me if I don't. You know, it's an hour long.
The high plains and the bogs, but the deep forest would forever belong to the children, and no weirwood tree would ever again fall to man's axe. To seal the pact before the gods, the children carved a face in every weirwood tree on the island.
Oh wow!
It came to be known as the Isle of Faces. But the pact could not withstand the coming of the Andals.
No, nasty! I gotta be walking in that.
They attacked with fire and weapons of steel, slaughtering the children of the forest wherever they could find them.
Oh my gosh, that's kids!
Groves, hacking away at the faces of the old gods and spreading their own religion through the land.
Oh man, so y'all was just spreading your gospel.
Every kingdom in Westeros save one, the Norse.
So the Andals was running they was running the Westeros. That's what he just said right there.
Conquered every kingdom in Westeros save
yep,
one,
the Andals.
the North. The kings of winter were able to withstand the Andal invasion. And descendants of the first men dwell there to this day and continue to worship the old gods. As for the children of the forest, those who survived the slaughter were said to have fled far north and have not been seen again.
So north is where not John, Ned and them lived.
They live on only through song and legend, and in the faces of the weirwood trees.
Gosh dang, bruh. The Age of Heroes. Okay. So the Andals or whatever they called rule the Westeros right now. Wait, hold on.
When Aegon the Conqueror invaded Westeros, he had 7 kingdoms to contend with. The Kingdom of the North, the Kingdom of the Mountain and the Vale, the Iron Islands, the Kingdom of the Rock, the Kingdom of the Reach.
Oh my gosh. Yo, bro, we haven't seen like none of these in the show. Yeah, well, some of these. So he said the North, the Iron. So where is Ned at? Is Ned and them, or where's the show taking place? Different areas, I'm assuming. So North is obviously up. So I'm assuming this is where like robbing them are. Is where's King's Landing at? Is King's Landing? Yeah,
These regions had been established by the first men thousands of years before, in the Age of Heroes.
When my subtitles
One hero
go.
of this fabled age was Bran the Builder.
Bran?
Raised the
Oh.
wall and built the stronghold of Winterfell, establishing House Stark and reigning as the first king in the north. Other legends tell of the Grey King in the Iron Islands. Grey King took a mermaid to wife and defeated Naga,
The freak is
first
that?
sea dragon.
There's sea
House Greyjoy
dragons?
of Pike,
Oh shoot, that's Greyjoy. That's Greyjoy's people.
of the region, claimed to descend from him. House Casterly ruled the gold-rich Westerlands from their mighty seat of Casterly Rock. But their lands and power were swindled from them by the legendary trickster, Lan the Clever. The noble
Lan the
house
Clever?
of
What?
Lannister is said to have descended from him.
So Lannister's peoples started from a dude called what? He's a legendary trickster? Okay, yeah, that adds up.
The
What's your name
noble
again, big
house
bro?
of Lannister by the legendary trickster
Lan.
descended from him.
So
The
Lannister.
verdant
So
and
Lan
fertile
is him.
lands of the
Okay.
Reach were first ruled by House Gardener, whose founder, known as Garth Greenhand, wore a crown of flowers and vines. He ruled from
Alright.
Highgarden as the first king of the Reach, and was said to have made the land bloom. Many noble houses trace their bloodlines back to him, including the current lords of Highgarden, House Tyrell.
Tyrell.
In the Stormlands, according to ballads of the age, a warrior named Durin fell in love with Elenai, whose father was god
Oh,
of the
darn.
sea.
Alright. Why do we have to have titties on the screen, bro? Now I gotta censor those. What is we doing? And I'm still paused on it. Her name, a warrior named Durin, fell in love with
A
Eleni.
warrior named Durin fell in love with Elenai, whose father
Elenai.
was god of the sea, and mother was goddess of the wind.
The freak.
gave her-
Okay, so I was right in the reaction. I'm pretty sure I said I wonder if mythological, like mythical things are happening in the universe aside from dragons, witches, and etc. So we definitely
Elaine
do.
had to him, committing herself to a mortal life.
Yeah, mermaids and sea dragons.
Enraged, her parents called upon the winds and waters, destroying Darren's Bayside Keep and wiping
God
out his wedding
dang.
guests.
That's
Darren
like,
declared war on the gods and rebuilt his keep, which was
Okay.
also destroyed.
what did you think was
Four
gonna
more
happen?
castles he raised, each stronger than the last. All
God
fell to the power of the
dang.
gods. But Darren's seventh castle,
Bro's beefing with gods, bro. Yeah, you got it, gang.
Storm's End, withstood the gods' rage.
Mmm.
Darren became known as Darren Godsgrief and reigned as the first Storm King.
So
There are countless other tales from the Age of Heroes, too many
Mm-hmm.
to count. These histories weren't recorded in a book, but passed down from generation to generation through
Yeah.
story and song.
so we
And
got
whilst
Lannister. He started the Lannisters. This dude, what was his name again? Oh my gosh, do I go back, or does someone in the comments tell me that? I mean, I got the free will to go back, and y'all could just skip through the video. I might just do that after. I'm not gonna lie. And then we got this dude who was beefing with the gods. So we got guy who was beefing with the gods. He built a castle that lasts from the winds and blasts. We got Brand's about to tell me about this dude. I think this is Stark's origin story, or is this the Stark's origin story? I forgot which is which.
some of them may be dismissed as fairy tales, every one of the seven kingdoms is defined by them.
The old gods and the new. Oh, Cat's talking in this one too? Okay, Cat.
In the seven kingdoms of Westeros, the dominant religion is the faith of the seven. First brought to its shores by the Andals some 6,000 years ago.
Hi, dang.
But there are some who still keep to the old way, worshipping the faceless gods of the children of the forest and the first men. The old gods are countless, nameless spirits of nature. In ancient times, the children of the forest carved faces in the trunks of the weirwood trees, which became sacred symbols of their faith. In time, the first men adopted the children's gods as their own. Most castles at that time contained a godswood with a weirwood or heart tree at its centre.
Meanwhile, across the narrow sea, a new religion was born in the hills of Andalos. According to
I like the way
legend,
she said those. Hold on.
religion was born in the hills of Andalos.
Andalos.
According to
Hold
legend,
on.
a new religion was born in the hills of Andalos.
So the narrow sea. We got the forest right here, crossing the narrow sea, the Andalos. We about to learn about the Targaryens and stuff, because can't they? Isn't that what divides the Targaryens in them?
According to legend, the God of Seven revealed itself to the Andals, and the invasion of Westeros followed soon after.
Okay.
The Andals sailed across the sea on ships armed with weapons of steel.
Oh gosh.
Some warriors carved a 7-pointed star into their skin as a symbol of their new faith.
Man,
The
what?
invaders destroyed most of the weirwoods in the southern lands, slaughtered the children of the forest wherever they could find them, and
Oh
conquered every
gosh, not
kingdom of
again.
the first men, save the north. In time, the faith of the Seven spread like wildfire throughout the land. The Seven is a single deity with 7 aspects, each symbolizing a different area of life, though most people refer to the Seven as separate gods.
The mother is prayed to for mercy and watches over fertility, childbirth, and peace.
All right, the mom.
The father sits in judgment over souls.
Okay.
The warrior is prayed to for protection, valor, and skill in battle. The crone is the symbol of wisdom and foresight. The smith watches over creation and craftsmanship. The maiden symbolizes purity, love, and beauty.
Okay.
Finally,
Yeah, I was about to
there
say, what is
the
this thing?
stranger, rarely prayed to, who
Oh.
represents death.
Oh.
The faith is highly organized and deeply
I should have figured that.
in Westerosi politics and culture as the official religion of the monarchy. Worshippers gather in temples of the faith called septs. The seat
What?
of the faith is the Great Sept of Baelor.
Bro,
which is
was all of this
located in the
information in the
city of
book?
King's
This
Landing.
feels like so overwhelming.
Still, in the north, where descendants of the first men dwell, worship of the old gods continues to this day, and the sacred faces of the weirwood trees keep close watch over the faithful.
Y'all put too much trust in these trees, man. And Jorah Mormont. Is that a spoiler? Who is that? Did we see him already? Mormont?
Night gathers, and now my watch begins.
Wait, he sound familiar. Wait, hold on. I was on the history of the Night
Now
Watch.
my watch begins.
Oh, okay, Night
It shall
Watch.
not end.
I'm actually curious
my
about the
death.
Night Watch history.
I shall take no wife,
Mm-hmm.
hold no lands, father no children.
Yeah, we know about that
I
in
shall wear no
the show.
crowns and win no glory.
That's what the old dude
I
was
shall
talking to
live
John
and
about.
die at my post. I am the sword in the darkness. I am the watcher on the walls.
My tongue and lips about to be
I am the shield
orange.
that guards the realms of men. I pledge my life and honor to the Night's Watch for this night and all the nights to come. Legend tells of a winter that lasted a generation and of a vast and terrible darkness that fell across the land. It came to be known as the Long Night. In the midst of this
I even gave it
darkness,
a name.
the White Walkers emerged from the far north.
Oh, that,
With their armies
no.
of the dead. They waged war against the
Oh,
living,
spikes.
laying waste to villages and holdfasts, leaving terror and destruction in their wake.
Oh gosh.
After years,
And they
brutal
say, and
conflict
people
and
still don't believe that they
unbearable
exist in the
loss,
show.
an alliance of the first men and the children of the forest managed to drive the walkers and their minions back into the frigid northern wastelands from whence they came.
No, they are planning something in the actual
To
show,
prevent
bro.
another
It's
invasion, the first men erected the wall,
mm,
massive fortification 700 feet in height, stretching from the
Guys,
Frostbite Mountains in the
hold
west
on.
to the
I know it looks big in the show, but I want to see something real quick. 7 feet in height. Like, I want to, like, how big is that, bro? Like, when you take it. So that is a whole skyscraper, pretty much. That's like a, oh my goodness. And that's man-made. Y'all got to think about it in this way. They literally construct. Yeah.
Bay of
Good
Seals
move.
in the east. It was a structure unlike any ever built. Indeed, some maintain it could only have been completed with the aid of giants, or using the powerful magic of the ancient children of the forest.
Wait, what?
Oh, indeed. Some maintain it could only have been completed with the aid of giants.
Okay, giants. Like, did I say that, or was it like mentioned in the show? I'm pretty sure it was mentioned in the show. I don't think I said that. Never mind. I think it was when what's his name, Reuben, right? I don't want to search up any characters' names because I'm gonna get spoiled. But I'm pretty sure that's the fat dude, Reuben, who's friends with John. So giants do exist in the show. I wonder if we're gonna see them. That's a big budget, bro. So I doubt we are. But so they use giants and powerful magic
of the ancient
to make the wall. Okay, I was about to say.
Men were required to guard and maintain it, and thus the Night's Watch was born. A small brotherhood, tasked with defending the realms of men against the dark forces that lay beyond. Upon taking his vows, a brother of the Night's Watch serves for life. It is a life of hardship and great sacrifice.
I mean, I respect it. Y'all doing what most of the people in the world not doing right now.
The Night's Watch,
like, to build a wall for those people, they gotta be problems. I know they already said what they. Hold on.
The builders and the stewards.
Yup, like, yeah, when they was doing that class selection.
Brothers are expected to take up steel should the need arise. The Rangers are the true warriors of the Watch. Centuries come and gone.
Which one did John want to be again?
Walkers have yet to return.
It wasn't a steward.
Has emerged. Barbarian tribes known as wildlings.
Wildlings.
The Rangers are charged with defending the realm against these lawless savages. The builders are carpenters, masons, miners, and woodsmen, tasked with maintaining the wall, as well as its various keeps, towers, and structures, which have fallen into disrepair over the years.
Yeah, I would figure. I would definitely figure that, man.
Servers, cooks, butchers, and hunters. They tend to the horses and messenger ravens, sew clothing, gather firewood, and bring supplies up from the south.
Yep, that's John right there.
Is a diverse group. Proud volunteers from.
So I'm guessing John gonna probably become a ranger. That's the one that goes out.
Class distinctions are left behind, as are past misdeeds. A man gets what he earns on the wall.
I keep acting like I can't pause it. I don't know why. I'm too used to reacting with y'all. But I wonder what part Arya's gonna play in the show. I wonder if she's gonna be a steward, a ranger, and the other one. So that's gonna be interesting to see.
For thousands of years, the brothers of the Night's Watch have stood their lonely vigil. As the seasons changed, as brutal wars raged in the south, as dynasties rose and
dynasties,
fell,
not dynasties.
The Night's Watch endured. We are the swords in the darkness.
And I respect y'all.
We are the watchers on the wall.
Y'all, like I said, are doing what most aren't.
Shields that guard the realms of men.
And woman. Don't forget woman. The history of the Night Watch. Okay. Dang, we zooming through this video, bro.
Joining the Night's
We're already 20 minutes in.
The black.
I mean, at 13. Y'all know what I'm.
For it was in the north, some 8,000 years ago, that the first man drove back the White Walkers, erected the wall, and established the sworn brotherhood that would guard the realm and its people from the dangers beyond. Regrettably, the Night's Watch no longer commands the widespread respect and admiration it once did.
Dang.
While
people just started treating y'all worse?
Houses in the northern regions continue to recognize its vital importance to the safety and stability of the realm.
Yeah, it's surprising though.
This view is not shared by the powerful houses of the southern kingdoms or their subjects.
Because you would think people protecting the worst things in this universe, I'm pretty sure, like, so far from what I've seen, it goes the White Walkers, like, some people just don't even, like, bother to care if they exist. Like in episode 1 with Ned killing the dude because of what he was saying. not because of what he was saying, but because he left his people. Well, he left his like friends, and he had to get his head chopped off. But it makes you think if these are the worst things. No, I feel like Targaryens is worse though, because you literally got a girl that can control dragons. Am I tripping?
Most regard the Watch as a misguided, obsolete order made up of useless outcasts.
Unless the White Walker's got a dragon.
Admittedly, the current Night's
that's
Watch
not me.
is a shadow of its former glory. Their numbers have dwindled to less than 1,000.
Gosh
Of the 19
dang!
castles along the wall, only 3 are functional. The Shadow Tower, Castle Black, and East Watch by the Sea. And the Watch's mandate of adding to the wall has been abandoned entirely.
Gosh
There
dang,
are barely
bro.
enough resources to maintain it.
I mean,
Recruiting officers, known as Wandering Crows, scour the dungeons and slums of the realm in hope of finding men to fill the ranks.
yeah, that's what.
While there is still the occasional highborn volunteer, the newest recruits are almost entirely made up of lowly criminals.
Yup, I was just about to say, isn't that what? That's why Arya's going, because the dude made her a part of that crew, and then like in the last episode,
Rapists and murderers sentenced to the wall as punishment for their crimes.
and then they become reformed as men.
The decline of this once fabled order is troubling, as the danger it guards against is all too real. While the White Walkers haven't been seen or heard from in ages, and may very well be the stuff of myth,
Nope.
barbarian tribes that dwell beyond the wall, known as wildlings, have been a menace to the North and its people for generations. At certain points in history,
So the wildlings are the things that exist to people, but the walkers are just non-existent, I guess, bro.
North and its people for generations. At certain points in history, the disparate wildling tribes have united behind a single leader, a king beyond the wall, and attempted large-scale attacks against the realm. But thanks to the resourceful and courageous men of the Night's Watch, these so-called kings were soundly defeated. While many have lost faith in the Night's Watch, the people of the North.
Yo, this video, it's not really boring to me. I'm just tired. So if I yawn and stuff, it's because I'm tired.
The call of duty. But with winter coming,
Those Black brothers, they be doing their
and a
thing.
lack of widespread support, will they be ready?
They will be. I wonder when we're also gonna see them in the show. I'm hoping next season, but it probably won't. I feel like they're just gonna focus on war next season. Not gonna lie to you. But also at the same time, John and those people are going out in the last episode, so I'm excited to see that as well. I'm already knowing I'm gonna piss so much people off the yapping if they come across this video. Tywin Lannister. So we seeing Jaime and Cersei's dad talk. Oh, brother, and Imp. My fault, Imp. Why is he talking about the Night Watch? Shouldn't you be talking about your family?
Long ago in the wintry north, an army of demons emerged from beneath the icy ground and spread darkness and despair across the land. Astride their monstrous spiders, flanked by giants, they wreaked havoc on the innocent, slaughtering thousands.
Ah,
All
dang.
hope was lost until the fearless warriors.
Wait, is this
built a
just him
mist
saying what
from
we
the
already seen?
evils that- A fairy tale. All does exist. As they outcast.
Okay, yeah, it is. Okay. So most of this video is just... Okay, I was just about to say, didn't we just hear this? The order, and let me know if I gotta go back to that later, but I'm pretty sure from the subtitles, y'all seen what I was seeing. I think he was just saying what the one dude was saying already. What's this say? The Order of the Maesters? What's that mean?
The river Honeywine lies in the far southwest of Westeros. At the mouth of the river Honeywine lies the great stone city of Old Town.
Old Town?
It is home to the Citadel, where men and boys from throughout the kingdoms come to receive their training as maesters.
So this a training town?
Maesters play an integral role in Westerosi society, serving as scholars, healers, and advisors to the nobility of the Seven Kingdoms. This venerable order of learned men dedicate their lives to serving the realm, and are sworn to occupy a neutral position.
So
when it
we gonna
comes to
see this in the
power
show?
and politics.
If it's still around?
Upon completing his training at the Citadel and taking his vows,
Or did we already see it?
His family name and takes a vow of celibacy.
Oh, you can't
He is
even.
assigned to a castle or keep, and duty-bound to serve as its counselor and healer.
I
Even
would
if
not
control
want to
of the
be in
castle
here,
changes
bro.
hands. A maester's allegiance is to the realm, not to any one family. His badge of office is a great chain, forged from links of different metals, which he wears around his neck. It is a reminder of his role as a servant of the realm, and is never to be removed. A maester forges his chain with study, and each link represents the mastery of a different kind of learning. For instance, a silver link signifies mastery of the medicinal arts. A golden link represents the study of money and accounting. An iron link indicates knowledge of warcraft. Ravenry is an especially important symbol.
I zoned out. Let me lock in, bro.
Each link represents the mastery of a different kind of learning. For instance, a silver link signifies mastery of the medicinal arts. A golden link represents the study of money and accounting.
So different link what type of
knowledge of warcraft? Ravenry is an especially important skill for a maester.
to understand ravens, or am I stupid?
Trains and maintains carrier ravens
Oh,
for the
okay.
delivering of messages throughout the land.
So y'all are in control of. So wait, is this what Varys is, or am I wrong?
Of Valyrian steel. This signifies knowledge of the higher mysteries, commonly known as magic.
Oh nah.
Only one maester in 100 possesses such a link, as this field of study is frowned upon by many in the order.
And what is it again? Is forging Valyrian steel?
Maesters
Who have earned a link forged of Valley? Oh yeah, nah. So I wonder if someone like this is in the show.
Magic may have existed for a time long ago.
No, I think it still
but
does.
Most consider the higher mysteries to be long gone from this world.
Nope.
Service as a maester is a noble calling, one of vital importance to a prosperous realm. It is little wonder there are some who refer to the order as the Knights of the Mind.
Knights of the Mind? That's a kind of cool name. Oh, oh, brother, I see that name. F you, dude. I don't miss you. Valeria and the Dragons. Okay. Let me hear about the dragons, bro. I'm curious.
East of Westeros lies the smoking sea, where no ship dares sail. There are those who swear it to be demon-haunted, and who's to say they're wrong?
If I got dragons, I'd say it is
thousands
too.
of years ago that a cataclysmic event occurred, destroying one of the great civilizations in history. The precise details of their origins are lost to us. But it is said the Valyrians were once a modest community of shepherds, tending their flocks on a small peninsula of the great eastern continent. One fateful day, in a volcanic area known as the 14 Fires, they made a shattering discovery.
No, 14 fire. What they miss?
They were monstrous, scaled creatures with massive wings, sharp claws, and fiery breath. They were also said to have a deep-rooted connection to magic. In time, the Valyrians were able to tame the beasts.
Dang.
Harnessing their immense power, they established
And that's why they call it Valyrian steel?
Before or since. They became skilled at sorcery and metallurgy.
Oh, nah. Yo, wait, now what are the Targaryens the Valyrians? Because what happened to the Valyrians? I feel like I haven't seen a single mention of them in the show except for Valyrian steel. Did they get taken out?
Wielding these weapons astride their dragons, the Valyrians conquered the surrounding lands and slowly expanded west.
Oh, nah.
At the time, the Giscari Empire dominated much of the great eastern continent.
Giscari?
Tried to stop Valyria's expansion. The Giscari legions attacked the Valyrians 5 times.
So y'all had wars going on different islands?
Finally, the Valyrians marched on their capital, Old Gis, and obliterated it.
Or is this what House of Dragons is about, or something?
With dragon flame, and wiping the Giscari people and their culture off the face of the earth.
Oh my God!
The freehold of Valyria, as it came to be known, became the most advanced civilization in the known world, with its own language, gods, and culture.
Yeah, nah, y'all got it.
The Valyrians' reach extended far and wide, covering most of the continent.
Bro, that shit don't even look real, that city.
Paved, all of which led back to Valyria. the freehold would prosper for nearly 5,000 years.
Oh yeah, nah, y'all got
But it
it.
was not to last.
Ooh.
An event that became known only as the Doom laid waste to the Valyrians, the capital city, and its surrounding lands. The peninsula itself was shattered, becoming what is now the Smoking Sea. Every dragon was thought to be lost, as were the Valyrian spells, knowledge, and recorded history.
That's
Thus,
crazy.
the mighty empire collapsed.
Bro, imagine chilling one day with your little girl and your dragon pet, and then you just get extinguished. You get exterminated. Bro, that's like the, ain't it the Stone Age? I might sound stupid. I got a laptop, right? You know, we not sidetracking.
What caused
With the
this
dinosaurs, though?
cataclysm? No one knows for certain.
Yeah, please tell
Some
me.
say it was a volcanic eruption. Others say the Valyrians' own sorcery got
Bro.
the better of them.
There's no
In
way
any
someone
event,
did that.
the
Like,
doom's
that's not a
devastation of the
man-made
Valyrian
thing to
people
do.
was total, with the exception of a small rocky island in the narrow sea,
Ooh.
Dragonstone.
Ooh.
For it was there that the Targaryens, the last
Okay.
of old Valyria, dwelled.
Okay, I figured. So the Valyrians are Targaryens are descendants of the Valyrians. Okay.
And wait for another 100 years before unleashing the fury of the dragon on another continent,
To take it over again.
Westeros.
Wait, this video is actually I like this video. Hold on. How much time we at? 46? Alright, but
The days of the Andals were numbered. One by one, their so-called...
what was this one called again? My fault. Field of Fire? Okay.
The days of the Andals were numbered. One by one, their so-called kings were bending the knee or facing the wrath of Aegon Targaryen.
Yep, and Aegon was
Aegon
okay.
of old Valyria. Aegon who was blood of the dragon. After defeating the Iron Men at Harrenhal and slaying the last of the Storm Kings, Aegon and his sisters, Rhaenys and Visenya,
Rhaenys
set
and
their sights
Visenya.
on other prizes, the gold mines of the Rock and the fertile lands of the Reach. King Loren Lannister of the Rock and King Mern Gardner of the Reach.
Gardner and
foolishly
Lannister.
thought their combined armies could beat back the Targaryens.
Bro, y'all think y'all could beat a dragon?
They rode forth together.
With what
proud
range?
banners flapping in the wind, and faced off against Aegon in a vast golden field of
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, Aegon kind of tough. He one dude with his sisters, and they assembled a combined army. I mean, he
The
got a
two
dragon
kings
to be fair or
commanded a
something.
massive force of nearly 60,000, and it appeared the day was theirs. Until Aegon unleashed all three of his
Oh, this dude
dragons
ain't
for
even
the
have
first
one. He
and only
had
time.
three.
Each beast was named after the Valyrian gods
Yeah, y'all
of
got it,
Aegon's
bro.
forefathers. Visenya rode Vhagar, whose fiery breath could melt
Vaegon?
armor.
Okay, Vaegon.
Rhaenys rode Meraxes.
Wait,
whose
are these
jaw-
three dragons the descendants of or the kids of? No, because that's a lot of years. I don't know how dragon breeding the body works, but Daenerys did have 3 dragon babies. Is that kind of symbolizing 3 of these dragons right here? I mean, not symbolizing, like what's the word? Foreshadow? I don't think it's foreshadow. Is that like kind of what it's saying to us? A whole horse?
Balerion the Black Dread, with fire dark as
Balerion?
night and wings so huge whole towns were covered in shadow when he flew overhead. This magnificent creature was ridden by Aegon himself.
Yeah, deserve. You deserve that, big
4,000
bro.
men were bathed in glorious dragon flame that day. on
Gosh,
what came to be known as
dang.
the Field of Fire. King Mern was among
Burning
the dead,
alive.
And House Gardner died with him.
Damn, Gardner got
His
extinguished
stewards,
like
the
those.
Tyrells, surrendered his ancestral stronghold of Highgarden to Aegon, and were
Aegon-
appointed
yo.
Lords Paramount of the Reach and Wardens of the South.
So the Valeries was Valeries. I'm saying the name wrong, but you know the name. I'm gonna just keep saying Valeries. The Valerian. Oh, Valerian. There we go. The Valerians was really just going, well, not island to island. They was just trying to get like. Well, I mean, technically they was. They were just going to that. They went to the one island. wait, good. I don't know how to pronounce that name. They went there, they took their people, and then they made that their little planet, their little island. And then once things went bad, then they go over to Westeros and take it all. Yeah,
witnessed Mern's fate.
Bro, I see why they was like these.
The knee. Aegon spared Lauren's life, and the Lannisters were made lords paramount of the Westerlands and wardens of the West.
So Lannisters were like low-key.
The fire, Aegon's conquest was assured. In a short time, the so-called Seven Kingdoms were melted down in the heat of the dragon's flame and transformed into a single realm. And in the heat of the dragon's time, the so-called Seven Kingdoms were melted down in the heat of the dragon's flame and transformed into a single realm.
Oh my gosh.
Aegon would forever be known as Aegon the Conqueror.
Yo, I gotta see him in a flashback now. This dude looks so tough. Oh, the dragon? That's what we said. Yo, nah, you got it, Aegon. Yeah, we already watched this.
Intention of submitting to Targaryen rule, determined to resist the Targaryen.
Wait, is this like?
And when the army of the
I think this is his version of it. I don't know if the
hope was lost. King Loren surrendered. The Starks of Winterfell had no intention of submitting to Targaryen rule.
So the Starks was always rebellious
since the days of the First Men, and were determined to resist the Targaryen invaders, just as they had resisted the Andals thousands of years before.
So they was always rebellious.
His army to the Red Fork, just east of Riverrun, hoping to succeed where Lorne and Mern had failed. But when Torrhen saw the size of Aegon's now mighty host, along with his monstrous dragons,
I'm good.
He knew he couldn't subject his followers to the horror of another field of fire.
Valid.
He bent the knee and swore fealty to Aegon.
Damn.
The Starks to maintain their lordship over the region.
Some people will call that cowardly. That's not cowardly at all. I don't know who some are, but there'll be some idiots. Like, cause what do you want me to do? You want me to go against 3 dragons and get my people killed? No. Like, it's kind of how Ned is now. He's rest in peace, Ned. But that's how he was. He was like, I kind of just want peace. We don't got to go after this Targaryen girl, but y'all can watch my reaction to the show to know that.
As Lords Paramount,
like, come on.
Of the North.
What I feel about that.
Torrhen Stark saved thousands of lives that day.
Absolutely.
He was ever after known as the king who knelt.
Oh my gosh. Oh wait, why I get sad for Robert? Nigga, goodbye. Mad King Aerys. Wait, we've been hearing about. Wait, hold on. I'm excited to hear about
his name to sit on the Iron Throne.
Aerys,
known far and wide as the Mad King.
Yep, the Mad King.
His was a reign of instability and terror.
You get to finally know about this dude.
Him and his kind. Oh, he may have appeared to be a capable ruler at first, but that was due in no small part to his counselors, led by the hand of the king, Tywin Lannister. There may have been years of peace and prosperity during Aerys's reign, but it was Tywin.
So that's why the Lannisters were always like in royalty, because the Lannister dude was the first to kneel. Well, not first to kneel. Well, yeah, first to kneel to Aegon, back all the way back. So I'm assuming they just kept that tradition going. And that's why Starks kind of got a little bit of power too, but not as much as like, these people. But that's why they kind of got their own kingdom over there. So that makes sense. I'm not gonna lie.
In the country, as Aerys spiraled further and further into insanity, the dragon spawn were famous for losing their minds. It was the price they paid for centuries of keeping the bloodlines pure. And Aerys more than happily continued the noble sister-fucking tradition of his forefathers. As the years passed, Aerys's behavior became increasingly erratic. He cut himself so often on his Iron Throne.
Oh my God, you cut yourself?
As King Scab, but never to his face.
Aerys, you was cutting yourself like that? Why?
With wildfire.
Oh,
was known
nah.
to inflict horrific punishments on those he considered enemies, including burning them alive.
What is wrong?
As his paranoia and bloodlust grew,
no wonder your name was the Mad King.
Falling out with Lord Tywin, who had served the crown faithfully for 20 years.
So he just randomly had a crash out?
Tywin was able to leave the job with his life and fortunes intact. Subsequent hands of King Aerys weren't so fortunate.
Oh, gosh.
Then the Targaryens went too far.
What'd they do?
The Crown Prince Rhaegar abducted Lyanna Stark.
Oh, yeah, that what we heard in the show. This is what we heard in the show, y'all. The Crown Prince Rhaegar. Okay,
daughter of Rickard Stark, the Lord of Winterfell.
Ned's sister.
She was my betrothed. She was my beloved.
All right, Rob.
Beautiful and
yeah, all right,
spirited
Robert.
woman. And I loved her more than life itself.
Oh, okay.
Rhaegar went south with Lyanna, hiding her away in
Like, bro,
Dorne.
come on, get back to the story.
What harm he inflicted on the poor girl, the gods only know.
Oh, they did
Brandon
crazy
Stark,
stuff to her.
Lyanna's eldest brother, was outraged. He rode to King's Landing to confront the king and demand his sister's safe return. Instead, Aerys had him executed. His father, Rickard Stark, as well.
Wait.
There wasn't much to say.
So wait.
He rode to King Stark. Lyanna's eldest brother was outraged.
Ned had a brother? Wait, I knew that. Wait, did I know that? Well, I did know that, right? I'm pretty sure we knew that. Nigga, it's 10 episodes. They wouldn't tell me he had a brother in his lore video, bro. What am I talking about? Pay attention. Second season, I'm a fit.
He rode to King's Landing to confront the king and demand his sister's safe return. Instead, Aerys had him executed. His
I'm pretty sure we knew that.
Rickard Stark as well.
So because I wanted to get my sister back, I gotta die. My dad gotta die. All right, bro. Yeah, you got it, Aerys. You got it, Mad King.
Aerys feared their loved ones would seek revenge for what he did. He was right to be afraid. Aerys wasted no time in calling for the heads of Brandon's younger brother, my friend Rickard Stark.
Yeah, Ned, there we go.
My head too, of course.
And that's when y'all rebelled.
Sorry he didn't come looking for it himself. Alongside Jon Arryn of the Vale, the man who fostered Ned and I as children, Baratheons, Starks, and Tullys all called their banners.
Okay, yeah, the three-man alliance right there.
Once our rebellion began, the Mad King's days were numbered.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, yo, this lore video is actually good, bro. Thank y'all for recommending this. That's while I'm watching the episode.
Erratic and troubling behavior spread throughout the Seven Kingdoms. Lord Rickard Stark continued to serve his king faithfully as Warden of the North. The proud father of 4 children, his daughter Lyanna, was engaged to Robert Baratheon, the young Lord of Storm's End. Centuries of peace between the North and the Iron Throne ended the day Rhaegar Targaryen, Prince of Dragonstone, abducted Lyanna. Enraged, Brandon Stark rode to King.
Okay, so we already heard of this, but I don't know if they're gonna.
Treason.
I feel like they are gonna tell me more stuff.
Arrested him for treason.
Because it's kind of giving more art.
To come to the capital to ransom him. When Lord Rickard complied, Aerys, now utterly mad, arrested him for treason as well.
So they got caught for treason. They didn't mention that in the other one.
Combat. Aerys declared fire the champion of House Targaryen.
Bro, you couldn't even respect my wish of fighting?
The rafters of the throne room while pyromancers lit a blaze beneath him.
Oh yeah, oh nah.
Brandon was brought into the throne room. A leather cord attached to a strangulation device was wrapped around his neck.
Yeah, having a force to watch his father die.
His father was a dead man.
And then you would be too.
To save him. A long sword was placed on the floor just out of Brandon's reach.
The freak, you want me to kill him?
The more he struggled to reach it, the more the cord tightened around his throat.
Oh my gosh!
Brandon Stark strangled himself.
Why didn't the dude mention that in the other one, bro?
He was roasted alive in his own armor.
Oh yeah, nah. I'm telling you, it would have been on site, just like how they was, bro. Like how Robert and Ned was. You made my brother you made my brother strangle himself while I gotta watch my pops burn in his arm. That's disrespectful.
Sir Jaime Lannister and the Kingsguard among them. The
Jamie?
Mad King was reported to have laughed hysterically as these two noble men were tortured and brutally killed before.
Oh my gosh, this dude was awful.
Seeking to rid the world of all his supposed enemies, Ares called for the head of Rickard's younger son, Eddard Stark.
Thank gosh he got gone.
Robert Baratheon. He sent word to Lord John Arryn, who had fostered both young men in the Eyrie, to apprehend them. Instead, Lord Arryn joined houses Stark and Baratheon.
Shout out Arryn.
Robert vowed to kill Rhaegar Targaryen and get his beloved Lyanna back.
So I wonder how Arryn died again. Did they explain that in the show? Arryn? Didn't he get poisoned or something like that? By someone? I forgot what it was. Mad King Ares. Wait, Mad King Ares. Oh, is it just Tywin's? Is this Tywin's version?
Targaryen's bet to me, Tywin Lannister. The royal coffers were full. The land was at peace.
So is this just their versions of telling the story?
Ares grew increasingly hostile.
I'm curious.
Success many credited to me. My power and influence unnerved him. The captain of my
so that's why he was getting mad at you? Because your power?
Overheard making offhand comments regarding who was the true ruler of Westeros.
And that's why you were so pissed,
When the king was given this information, he had Ilyn Payne's tongue ripped out with hot pincers.
Oh, what is wrong with this dude?
It was my desire to unite the houses of Lannister and Targaryen through marriage. My daughter Cersei would marry Aerys' eldest son, Prince Rhaegar. Such a union made perfect sense for all parties.
Yeah, but she married her. I mean, she had sex with her bro, so.
Had begun to leave him quite some time earlier. Instead of uniting the royal family with its most loyal and powerful ally, Aerys chose instead to insult my family.
Damn,
indicating
bro.
that such a match was beneath Rhaegar.
Yo, this
he
dude.
chose Elia
I think I got spitty just there, man.
to be Rhaegar's wife. As if to rub salt in my wounds, Aerys appointed Jaime, my son, to the King's Guard. The King's Guard may be an honor for lesser families than ours.
And Jaime ended up killing the Mad King, right?
Appointment that forces him to renounce all family holdings.
I mean, hey, his pops was probably proud of him
difficulty
when he did that.
Naming an heir to Casterly Rock. But Aerys knew all that.
Yeah, he was petty.
I had grown tired of the king's constant provocation. Thus, I resigned my post as Aerys' hand and returned to Casterly Rock with my considerable forces.
So he already had enough forces. That okay?
Against the throne.
That's fair.
Aerys grew fearful that I would join with Robert's forces and rise against him.
Oh, he was scared, huh?
He thought himself clever and kept Jaime very close, as if warning me. He sunk deeper and deeper into delusion, paranoia, and violence.
Yeah, thank gosh y'all got him going, though. I'm not gonna lie, respect to Jaime for that.
Fire, a substance which, once lit, cannot be extinguished. Convinced he had enemies all around him, he wouldn't allow blades in his presence.
What?
Save for those of his King's Guard.
Are you serious?
Alas, that proved to be.
Yeah, I was just about to say, the one person you kept to have a weapon on them is the one that killed you. Hey, your paranoia should have went to the extra mile, my boy. I'm sorry. Robert's Rebellion. Ew.
The Targaryens, blood of the dragon, and the last of old Valyria, were loved by their subjects and admired far and wide as the greatest dynasty in the history of the
Yo, the
Western
dragons
world.
on the side look so cool.
But the peace and prosperity of nearly 3 centuries of Targaryen rule was shattered by the usurper, Robert Baratheon.
No, I wasn't wrong. Man, watch your mouth.
Baratheon owed its very existence to the Targaryens. Was it not Aegon the Dragon himself who
Alright, this dude biased, man. Just tell me the story.
In the War of Conquest? And what of the Starks? The
What about
Lannisters,
us?
The Aarons of the Vale.
Maybe don't be a trash king and we won't rebel against you. It's that simple.
When Aegon could easily have wiped them out.
You're not
Centuries
wrong,
later, the usurper and his lackeys repaid Aegon's benevolence with treachery. There are some who dare to claim Robert and his allies had reason to rebel. They say the crown prince stole the usurper's lady love.
Okay.
They say my father, King Aerys, murdered Rickard Stark and his son without just cause.
Yeah, he did.
Whether these charges are true or not, it doesn't matter. The dragon answers to no one. Aerys' good name has been besmirched in the years since the rebellion.
Thank God.
He's been called a dangerous madman.
Yeah, Mad King.
A tyrant that brought his tragic end upon himself.
Mm-hmm.
Lies. My father was a victim of weaklings in his council. Lackwits who failed him in his hour of need and let the rebellion spin out of control. But it was not enough. The royal army was crushed at the Battle of the Trident. It was there the valiant Rhaegar met Robert in single combat, but the gods betrayed him.
Oh, was it the gods who betrayed him? Or was Robert just that?
Fire had marked the end of the
good
centuries before. The Battle of the Trident seemed to herald the end of the Dragon Kings.
How y'all got had dragons and still end up losing eventually?
My father Aerys moved to protect me.
He sent you and Daenerys.
Heir to the throne. He sent me to the island fortress of Dragonstone, along with my mother, Queen Rhaela, who was great with child.
Yeah, Daenerys.
But as my father, my king, Aerys Targaryen, prepared to defend his throne to the bitter end, little did he know of the horrors and betrayals that awaited him and our family.
I'm not gonna lie, and like through the show's like last episode, it shows like not the I mean kind of what I'm thinking about the cycle restarting. Like Daenerys is gonna have 3 dragons. She's gonna be a Targaryen. She doesn't have other Targaryen. She's literally the last Targaryen now since her brother's dead, and now she's pretty much essentially just gonna be by herself, ruling with these 3 dragons. And that's what like not Ned was fearing, what Robert was fearing to Ned, being like, yo bro, we gotta take her out. Okay, then the Targaryens are dead. The Targaryens are the same one that did that to your brother and your dad. And now I'm low-key seeing why Robert was as passionate as killing the Targaryens from this video, which shout out y'all, bro, because this video is cooking. How much we got left? 29 minutes? God dang. 30 minutes. What's this one called? Robert's? Okay, we hearing Robert's
Rebellion.
side. Oh, okay.
The crimes of House Targaryen were too heinous to go unanswered. The noble houses of Baratheon, Stark, and Arryn united to oppose and overthrow the line of the cursed Dragon Kings.
Yeah.
While Ned Stark and Arryn secured an alliance with the Tullys of Riverrun, I called the banners of Storm's End and rode out in force against the Mad King and his minions. Gods, those were some battles.
Yeah, this dude Robert loved battle, bro. I love Robert Gig. I ain't gonna lie.
And won 3 battles in a single day.
Oh.
3 in one day.
Hey, flex, my boy.
Glorious day. We tried to take Ashford Castle in the Reach, but the Tyrells beat us back. We had to regroup. My army was pursued north by Aerys' army and took refuge in the Stony Sept in the Riverlands. When the Targaryen army entered the town, the Sept bells tolled, a signal to the townspeople of the battle that was to come. As the Targaryens searched from house to house for me, the combined forces of Ned Stark and the Tullys swept into the city.
Oh yeah, and took them out from back. Oh yeah, I like those.
It's now known as the Battle of the Bells.
A battle of the dang, bro. That was going too soon.
And sent them scampering back to King's Landing.
I know this is kind of a side note, but I'm just realizing from the show, this dude Robert told Ned to look over my boy, don't let him end off worse than me, just for his boy to like kill me. Like
Rhaegar, who started the whole damn thing, finally emerged from hiding in the south and assembled his own army to face us. As for the Mad King, he must have been pissing himself.
Yeah, that dude was shitting bricks.
The battle that would decide the fate of the 7 kingdoms occurred at the crossing of the Green Fork of the Trident River. Rhaegar commanded the royal host, which was some 40,000 strong.
God dang.
My forces were outnumbered by nearly 5,000 men.
35,000 versus 40,000.
They were fresh, but we were battle-hardened and had justice on our side.
Why the dude on the right look like
As
Kratos?
the battle raged around us, I faced off with Rhaegar, the stag and the dragon right there in the ford of the river. I fought with
and you
the
ended up
fury of
winning.
10 men, raining blow after blow upon that vile prince before
Come on,
burying
Robert.
my warhammer in his chest.
Oh yeah, people
I
said
hit
his
him
Warhammer
so
was
hard, the
crazy.
rubies on his armor broke free, flinging them into the stream.
Oh my
They call it
gosh.
the Ruby Ford now. With that scum Rhaegar dead and the royal army shattered, our next move was to make for King's Landing.
Yup, and
But
go
I'd
kill the
sustained
Mad
a few
King.
wounds in the battle and was unable to ride. I
Damn.
sent Ned Stark to the capital to face the Mad King and make him pay for his crimes.
Yup. Okay, we're gonna hear from Ned. Dang, it's the sack of King's Landing. Okay, it's time.
The Battle of the Trident may have been an important victory for the usurper, but it was the treachery and barbarism of Tywin Lannister that sealed the fate of the Targaryen dynasty. My father, King Aerys, had ever been a friend to the Lions of the Rock. And Aerys graciously brought Tywin to court, making him the youngest hand of the king in history.
Gosh, dang.
He gave him respect.
Harry's
He
really
made it
trusted, bro.
possible for Tywin to restore House Lannister to glory. Aerys and Tywin governed side by side for 20 prosperous years.
Yeah, until your daddy crashed out.
Still, when the usurper called his banners in rebellion, Tywin Lannister ignored his king's pleas for help and stayed holed up in his stronghold of Casterly Rock.
Yeah, I would
In
too.
time, my brother, Prince Rhaegar, was dead.
Rest
The
in
realm was
peace.
in turmoil, and the usurper's forces were said to be riding for King's Landing. What a glorious sight it must have been when a force of 10,000 Lannister men showed up at the gate of the capital with Lord Tywin at their head, pledging support to his beleaguered king.
What?
Aerys opened the gates for
You
his
did
old
join
friend.
them?
Instead, Lannister and his men proceeded to plunder and destroy the city that he had called home for decades.
Oh, the betrayal of Doom.
As the capital was ravaged and its people terrorized, Jaime Lannister, son of Lord Tywin,
Yup.
proved every bit as treacherous.
Yep, taking him out from
He killed
behind.
my father, the king, at the foot of the Iron Throne.
Mm-hmm.
The Lannisters entered the Red Keep and
So they
Tywin
did.
ordered the
They did all this before Ned came.
deaths of the rest of the royal family. It is said Princess Rhaenys was found cowering under her father's bed and put to the sword. She
Oh,
was only a child.
gosh
As
dang.
for Rhaegar's widow, Elia, she was forced to watch as Lannister thugs dashed her baby son's head against a wall before being raped and murdered herself.
Alright, bro. Y'all had it. Y'all ain't have to.
As I was the heir to my father's
What?
throne, I had been spirited away to Dragonstone with my mother, Queen Rhaela, who was with child. As a raging summer storm battered the island fortress and destroyed the Targaryen fleet as it lay at anchor, my sister, Daenerys, was born.
Dang, she was born during
My
all
mother,
of
the
that.
queen, died giving birth.
Damn.
Now, some 17 years later, the rightful king still lives in exile.
Yeah, thank gosh, bro. We don't need
The
you.
reckoning is coming.
Goodbye. You
Sail
die.
west as Aegon the Dragon did centuries before.
Nah, okay.
Take back my father's throne with blood and fire.
I'm not gonna lie. This makes sense. Why Viserys, or I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name, why he was like that too in the show. I like this video giving more like I mean, obviously it's a lore video, but it's giving more lore to those characters, and it, like that the show couldn't.
It was the treacherous dogs who sought to destroy.
Because of runtime, I'm assuming.
And the people shout for joys.
Yo, his voice is so nasty, man. The sack of King's Landing. Yeah, Robert, let me hear your side of the story, big bro.
For our rebellion to succeed, King's Landing had to be taken forcefully. No one was foolish enough to believe that Aerys was going to hand his crown over peacefully. The Mad King's reign needed to end. What Tywin Lannister's forces did was unfortunate, but it was necessary to secure the Iron Throne and bring peace and justice to the Seven Kingdoms. My glorious victory at the Trident left me wounded, but I sent my personal maester to attend to Sir Barristan Selmy instead. His wounds were more severe. Even though Sir Barristan was a member of Aerys's Kingsguard and fought on the opposing side, that man's bravery and loyalty was something to behold. But this meant my wounds would take longer to heal, and I couldn't ride to King's Landing myself.
Go ahead, Ned. Go do what I can.
I sent the one man I trusted over anyone else in this world, Ned Stark, in my place.
Ned was really his brother.
Had I been able to ride, perhaps I could have reached King's Landing sooner and prevented some of the violence that occurred when the Lannisters entered the city.
They tore that joint up.
Still, what Lord Tywin did was for the greater good.
Yeah, except graping.
Even what happened to Princess Elia and her children.
Man, what?
Babies or no, theirs was the same cursed
Robert,
blood
what?
that flowed within the Mad King's veins.
It's a
They were dragon
baby.
spawn and couldn't be allowed to survive.
That's diabolical.
What would they grow to be? Loyal subjects. Ned with his damn
But
northern.
okay, I'm not okay. Wait, let me try and say this without sounding like a psychopath, even though it's a fictional show. But I'm not saying I get what Robert did. Well, not Robert, because it wasn't Robert. But not saying I get what the Lannisters did or Robert's thinking. Like, because if you didn't kill the baby, they would have it depends how you raise it. It's a baby at the end of the day. It doesn't got no mind. It doesn't got no, like, you feel me? It doesn't got no, like, proper thinking. But if it grew up and you tell the baby what happened to their parents, there is more often than not they're gonna crash out and raise an army and kill you, depending on what type of power you give them. But killing them kind of crazy. I feel like living as a slave would have been better than death. Am I tripping?
Honor. He and I had our first major fight over the deaths of the Targaryen children. Ned called it murder.
Yeah, I would too. It is murder, man.
It was war.
Well, there's murder and war, dummy.
War.
Ned was always on that side of being like, what's going on?
Be held responsible for their crimes. Was it a
Facts.
crime to put an end to a family of lunatics born of incest? I wouldn't and still won't blame Tywin.
And it's ironic that they did that just for the Lannisters to start doing the same with Joffrey now, because the two other kids that I don't really know their names yet.
South to finish off the remaining Targaryen loyalists. It was only Lyanna Stark's death that reconciled us.
Damn.
Ned had lost his sister. I had lost my betrothed and beloved. We shared that sad bond together, Ned and I.
Damn, bro.
Through it, our friendship was made strong again. As
Rest
for
in
the
peace.
Mad King's surviving heirs, those that were able to scurry away in the face of my fury,
Yeah, he
now
became
live
the king.
somewhere across the narrow sea. They had best stay there. If they ever set foot in Westeros again, they will face the king's justice.
Hey, they coming. Well, she coming soon. She coming soon, man. She had her own little plot line going on. This gonna make this video, these lore videos, they gonna make rewatching the show even like better, bro. I'm not gonna lie. The sack of King's Landing. Okay, this is Master Lowlands.
Point in the war for the Iron Throne.
I
Still held the Red Keep. It was up.
I don't think I gotta listen to all of these again, bro.
And burned. Whips up Visenya's hill for his King's Guard, Jaime Lannister, wanting to know the whereabouts of Queen Rhaela. Lord Eddard was informed the Queen and her son Viserys had been spirited away to Dragonstone before the Lannisters arrived. But other members of the royal family were not as fortunate.
Yep, you died. Okay, don't gotta hear about that again.
When Robert was well enough to crimes, Robert Dorn.
Yep, we heard about that.
He appointed Jon Arryn as Hand of the King.
Yep, Jon Arryn, the other one.
Of business was to broker a truce with the Martells of Dorne, who were outraged by the brutal murder of Princess Elia and her children. Following the death of Lyanna Stark, who had been betrothed to Robert, houses Baratheon and Lannister were joined in marriage, when the new king took Tywin Lannister's eldest daughter Cersei as his queen.
Yep, and that's when they got, you know, married. And that's why also Cersei was like, damn, was there a time you loved me? Huh? But he was still grieving his girl, bro. It was kind of a strong wound that just happened.
By his sister's death and the shameful way that Robert had secured his throne.
God damn, bro, we seeing like 8 different dudes' perspectives from this.
Rhaegar Targaryen lay dead. The days of the Dragon Kings were clearly numbered. Until that moment, it would have been foolish to commit casting.
I'm just listening to see if there's any more like
entering a crusade to put Robert Baratheon on the Iron Throne. It was Lannister to do what it could to ensure a return of peace and prosperity. The troops to the gates of King Aerys had been sending ravens for months, begging for my support.
I'm hoping I'm not missing anything, but I just feel like it's just a rehashing of info I already know.
Had been answered. As I had suspected, Aerys opened the city gates and welcomed my men.
I mean, anything I missed, y'all just gonna tell me in the comments, I'm assuming so.
Aerys' remaining bannermen and remove the remnants of the royal family as quickly and efficiently as possible. Any alternative meant years of further war and a fragmented 7 kingdoms. My son.
Yep, your son did crazy
during the rebellion, thinking himself clever in keeping my son as a hostage.
Yeah, just for him to end up killing you.
To the rebel
dummy.
This proved to be his greatest mistake. For when the time came, Jaime did his duty as a Lannister.
Yep, and kill homeboy. Yep. His crown was secure. Yep.
How useful the might and riches of Casterly Rock would be. If he wanted to keep it. To that end, I offered my daughter Cersei as his queen.
Damn, so Tywin was the one that offered her up.
Not spurned this
I mean, obviously.
Years earlier, perhaps things would have worked out differently. With Robert and Cersei crowned as king and queen of the 7 kingdoms, it was a new day. The dragon was vanquished, and the 7 kingdoms would thereafter belong to the stag. And the lion.
Bro, I'd be pissed if I was Aegon in the afterlife. You telling me I had 3 dragons? I 3v 50,000. How many? 60. I 3 versus 60,000 people, and you telling me my ancestors got like bodied? Are we serious? No, bro. No wonder Viserys was so mad. House Stark, Bran, and Robb. So they gonna talk about House Stark. All right, House Stark info time.
The Starks of Winterfell trace their descent to the first men in the Age of Heroes. The family's founder was Brandon the Builder, who,
Brandon the Builder,
after the long night, helped establish the Night's Watch.
Yeah, Brandon established the Night Watch.
He enlisted the aid of giants and the powerful magic of the Children of the Forest to raise the mighty wall.
So does that mean the Starks are gonna have connections to giants and magic later in the show?
Realm for generations. He went on to build the ancestral seat of Winterfell and reigned as the first king in the north.
The Starks reigned as kings for thousands of years, even withstanding the invasion of the Andals.
Yep, they was just staying back. I respect the Starks. Not gonna lie.
The forest were driven away. The north stood strong, maintaining its religious customs and its way of life. Eventually, the reign of the Kings of Winter came to an end with the coming of Aegon the Conqueror. After Aegon and his dragons destroyed the combined armies of the Reach and the Rock at the Field of Fire, King Torrhen Stark bent the knee and swore fealty to the Targaryen dynasty in order to spare the destruction of Winterfell and his people.
I wonder if we're gonna see how Aegon looks in the show.
As the king who knelt. As a reward for his submission, Aegon named Torrhen Lord of Winterfell.
Oh, okay, I appreciate. Yo, Aegon kind of seems fair.
Great pride in their history.
Appreciate that, Aegon.
It is one of the few noble houses that still keeps the old gods.
And that's what
the sacred weirwood tree looms large.
Bran was praying at, right?
Its ancestral sword, Ice, was forged in ancient Valyria.
Is this the video or is this my PC? What's going on, y'all?
Its ancestral sword, Ice, was forged in ancient Valyria and has been passed down through the generations. House Stark remains steadfast in its support of the Night's Watch, even as the once illustrious order has fallen on hard times. Much like their sigil, the Grey Direwolf, House Stark is the stuff of legend in the north and throughout the
And
Seven
now they
Kingdoms.
got wolves.
And their
Well, I
family
mean,
words,
I mean, most of
winter
those
is
wolves are
coming,
dead.
Serve as a reminder of their beginnings in the wake of the long night, and a grim portent of things to come.
Wait, so the
And their
winter is
family
coming?
words, winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
Serve as a reminder of their beginnings in the wake of the long night, and a grim portent of things to come.
So it just means bad things is coming?
And
Okay. Winter is coming. Who would have knew that meant bad things was coming? House of
On the
Lannister.
far
All right.
western coast of the continent, high atop a rocky promontory overlooking the Sunset Sea, sits Casterly Rock, ancestral seat of House Lannister. Below it lies Lannisport, one of the great cities of Westeros, a center for trade, culture, and the great Lannister fleet.
Yeah, let me hear about these
There are a
Lannisters,
number
bro.
of gold and silver mines in the Westerlands, making it the richest region in all of Westeros. One of the most productive mines lies beneath Casterly Rock itself, making House Lannister the wealthiest of all the noble houses. This allows House Lannister to finance
they
many
is rich.
endeavors of other noble houses. Even the king himself has sought credit from Casterly Rock from time to time. We Lannisters claim our descent from the Andal invaders, and through the female bloodline, Lan the Clever.
Yep, this idiot.
According to the legend, Lan, using only his wits, won Casterly Rock from the noble house of Casterly during the Age of Heroes.
Bro, how you want a whole house from your
Lannisters
wit,
reigned as
man?
kings of the Rock for thousands of years, and worked to make it the envy of the rest of the Seven Kingdoms. Our time as kings ended, however, when Aegon Targaryen, otherwise known as Aegon the Conqueror, arrived in Westeros with his army. The last king of the Rock, King Loren Lannister, joined forces with King Mern Gardner, the king of the Reach. Together, with 60,000 men, they met the Targaryen host in open battle. History tells us that Aegon unleashed all 3 of his dragons, slaughtering 4,000 men at what came to be known as the Field of Fire.
FOF, Field of Fire.
Himself was burned alive that day, and House Gardner turned to ash with him.
Gardner died, Lannister had a...
Both the threat and opportunity the Targaryens represented, Loren wisely surrendered and aided Aegon in his further conquest of Westeros. The Lannisters were thus appointed Lords Paramount of the Westerlands and Wardens of the West.
Yo, it's so crazy to me. Aegon really did all of those, bro.
Let us be clear, though. It is neither luck nor royal favor that makes our house prosperous. There have been times in our history where some have thought us weak, lazy, or opulent.
A little bit.
My father, Titus Lannister, nearly bankrupted our house with his poor investments.
Idiot.
And allowed himself to be mocked openly at court. When our vassal, the Rains of Castamere, dared to rise up against the Lannisters, they learned how dangerous it can be to taunt a lion. I, Tywin Lannister, led the assault on Castamere to put down this rebellion.
So how did y'all thing begin? The Lannisters always keep their deaths.
Our might.
Oh.
They even made a quaint song about the fates of the Rains of Castamere. Sadly, there are no Rains left to hear it. Today, the Golden Lion of Lannister is rightly admired and feared throughout the Seven Kingdoms.
F that lion.
Our words are...
Here we go. Oh.
But there are other words that should be remembered when crossing
I thought it was going to be that.
Casterly Rock. A Lannister always...
Yeah, there it goes. Okay. Who next? Targaryens. Is Targaryens gonna be the last one in this video? I'm assuming we got 7 minutes left. Who left? Targaryens. Gardner. You think Gardner is gonna talk?
7 kingdoms and lasted nearly 3 centuries. It was a dynasty forged in fire, sealed in blood, and destroyed by rebellion.
Hey, the Targaryens got it, man.
The Targaryens are blood of the dragon, Descended from the nobility of ancient Valyria, a once mighty empire in the east. When the
they were strong, bro.
laid waste of Valyria and its people, the Targaryens survived, having settled on the island fortress of Dragonstone years before. They remained there for a century, until the rise of Aegon the Conqueror.
Yeah,
Instead of
Aegon.
attempting to reclaim the eastern lands of his ancestors, Aegon sailed west for the Seven Kingdoms.
Yeah, it took
his
over that.
sisters Visenya and Rhaenys at his side. To keep the bloodlines pure, Aegon continued the custom of his Valyrian ancestors and took both of his sisters to wife.
Oh,
Together,
man.
they came ashore on the eastern coast of Westeros. Their blazon, a dragon with 3 heads, representing Aegon and his sister wives.
Bro,
Their words, fire and
I
blood.
mean, if you, okay, I'm not trying to defend it that at all, right? But if you got this strong an army and you want to carry like the same blood that's 100% instead of someone like saying you're having sex with someone else like on the street in the Westeros area, it's better to have 100% from their perspective, obviously. Like, you feel
While
me?
their host was
It's
small
nasty,
in
but
comparison to the armies of Westeros that
I don't want to say I get it, but
Aegon and his sisters had a secret weapon. The last of the dragons. He conquered every kingdom save Dorne, which eventually bowed to Targaryen rule a century later. He had the swords of his enemies melted down by the fiery breath of his dragon, Balerion the Black Dread, and forged into the Iron Throne. The capital city of King's Landing.
wait, I'm stupid. Hold on. I think I'll just, yo,
He had
hold
the
on.
swords of his enemies melted down by the fiery breath of his dragon, Balerion the Black
Oh,
Dread.
that's how the Iron Throne got made. I remember the series talking about it,
Forged into the Iron
but oh
Throne.
my gosh,
The capital city of King's Landing
That's
was
a
built
cool
on
throne.
the eastern coast, where Aegon and his sisters first came ashore. And Aegon ordered the construction of a royal castle on its highest hill, the Red Keep. For
Okay.
300 years, the Targaryen dynasty stayed strong in the face
Dynasty.
of rebellion, civil war, and plague. But the line of Dragon Kings was broken when my father, Aerys Targaryen, the second of his name, was overthrown in rebellion.
Yep, he got bodied.
My father was betrayed and slaughtered by Ser Jaime Lannister, a member of his own Kingsguard. His son
The
and heir,
Kingslayer.
my brother Rhaegar, perished on the field of battle at the hands of Robert Baratheon, who claimed the Iron Throne for himself.
Hell yeah.
And so today, the only surviving members of the storied Targaryen dynasty are myself, Prince Viserys, rightful King of the Andals and ruler of the Seven Kingdoms, and my sister, Daenerys. We were
Daenerys.
spirited away to the free cities of the East by loyalists. Here we have lived in exile ever since. Dreaming of a
building
day
an army.
we'll cross the narrow sea and take back my father's throne.
Which will probably happen. I'm gonna give an estimate in season 4 or 3. We need time for them dragons to arise, my boy. House Aaron? Wait, Aaron is I always get him. I always get the Mad King confused with what you call it? With the hand. I'm pretty sure this is the.
In the snow-capped mountains of the moon,
I don't know which one it is.
standing high above the rich lands of the Vale, stands the Eyrie. A storied and impregnable fortress said to have been built by the legendary Mountain Kings in the Age of Heroes. It is the stronghold of House Aaron, one of the oldest noble families in Westeros. Their sigil, a soaring falcon over a crescent moon.
That's a cool
Their
symbol.
words, as high as honor. The Aarons are direct descendants of the Andal invaders, who
Oh
sailed across the
gosh.
narrow sea and came ashore at the Fingers.
So
According to
you
legend,
got like the
Sir
start
Artus
of it,
Arryn,
of the
known
bloodline.
as the Winged Knight, soared through the sky atop a giant falcon, landing on the peak of the highest mountain, where he defeated the Griffin King in battle. It was the Andal's first great victory over the First Men, and Sir Artus was duly rewarded. He was declared King of the Mountain and the Vale, and the region was renamed the Vale of Arryn.
The Vale of Arryn.
Later, Aegon the Conqueror arrived in Westeros.
Yo, let's do
House
this.
Arryn lent the knee to Aegon and his dragons, and were allowed to maintain the control of the region as lords paramount of the Vale and wardens of the East. Over the centuries, House Arryn remained loyal to the Targaryen dynasty until Lord Jon Arryn joined with houses Baratheon and Stark
okay, so it is
in
this
rebellion
Arryn.
against Mad King Aerys.
Yeah, Arryn and Aerys, I
Upon
get
winning the
confused. That's my
Iron
bad, yo.
Robert named Lord Jon Hand of the King, a position he held until his mysterious death.
No, he got poisoned for sure. Dang, bro, that just made me think that loyalty ran strong just for him to be like, it just takes one person in that bloodline to be like, you know what, something not right. Something not right about this to switch. Okay, we seeing Robert Lord.
Ours is the fury.
There he go.
These are the words of the Black Stag of Baratheon. A battle cry echoed throughout the land in rebellion when I, Robert Baratheon, the first of his name, seized the Iron Throne from the Mad King Aerys Targaryen, ending a dynasty nearly 300 years old. House Baratheon was born in the Wars of Conquest, when Aegon the Dragon invaded Westeros. Aegon sent his commander, Orys Baratheon, to take Storm's End. Argilac the Arrogant, the last of the Storm Kings, foolishly left the safety of his stronghold and met the Baratheon warlord in open battle. Argilac was soundly defeated, and Orys took his lands, his holdings, and his daughter. Orys was said to be a half-brother to Aegon Targaryen.
Wait, what? Orys?
Orys was said to be a half-brother to Aegon Targaryen. If this were true, a little blood of the dragon mingled with that of the stag in those days.
Yeah, I'm about to say, bro, what?
The seat of House Baratheon is
So a Targaryen is somewhere else?
a legendary keep raised in the Age of Heroes. It overlooks Shipbreaker's Bay, where legend has it that Durin, the first Storm King, raised the keep with the aid of Bran the Builder of House Stark, forging a centuries-long connection with the Stormlands and the North. After Aegon's conquest of the Seven
So the Starks are
Kingdoms,
cool
the
with those type of
Baratheons
people?
remained loyal enough to the crown, while Targaryen kings came and went. But loyalty has its limits. When Rhaegar Targaryen, Aerys' vile son and heir, abducted Lyanna Stark, my betrothed, my beloved,
yeah, okay, Robert,
it
we
was
know,
time to
yes.
act.
You had to go and do
Raised
your
our
thing.
banners, Baratheon, Stark, Jon Arryn, and the Tullys, united in rebellion against Rhaegar and his father, the Mad King.
And y'all did y'all
We
thing.
were victorious and took the Iron Throne. That bit of dragon blood.
Yep,
in my
until the
veins came
Lannisters got a
well,
hold of the throne
as
now,
it
so
made
it's
me a
over.
distant relation to the Targaryen dynasty blood of my long-lost ancestor, Orys. The truth of it is, I took it. I sit on the Iron Throne. I rule the Seven Kingdoms from the Red
Robert.
Keep.
How do we tell him? How do we tell him? This was a phenomenal video. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna check the comments because I feel like I'm gonna get spoiled. So let's not do that. Yeah, that would do it for this episode, y'all. Well, not episode. I'm too used to saying episode. This will do it for this reaction. I thank y'all for recommending me this very interesting video. I'm excited to do these every time I end a season because it like gives me more knowledge on what's going on. That was a very good video, and I thought I was thinking that it was going to be something entirely different. I thought it was going to be a boring narrator. Well, I'm happy to care like the actors voice acted this. I'm assuming this is like something they did. I don't know if they posted it on YouTube or they did it like after an episode, like after a season, but it's very cool to just see their like voices added to this dialogue to like really like, because they took like their characters and they expanded on their lore. It's cool. I wonder who wrote it. I wonder if they just like used stuff from the books to like, or if this was like directly from the books. I don't know, maybe not, or maybe like the show just wanted to like have a way of like building their show more, which I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense, but I hope it is. But yeah, that was a very good video. I'm very excited to see where season 2 goes now. Knowing and even rewatching the show is going to be great. I don't really got that much thoughts on the like video because it's a lot to cover, and whatever I say, I'm probably just going to mention later on in the series as we watch, and probably in the next episode I'll mention briefly for anybody who didn't watch it in that episode that I reacted to this. And yeah, so I just want to thank anybody who watched this video. It really means a lot to show that y'all will watch, like, you know, anything Game of Thrones related with me in it. But yeah, it was a very different video. I really hope y'all liked it. Let me know how y'all felt. And yeah, I will catch y'all on the next one. I love y'all so much, and peace.